Welcome to the lecture room. Now, today's chapter, electrostatic second, in which several questions discussed today. First, electric field. Second, electric field intensity or electric field strength. Third, electric field intensity due to a point charge. Fourth, superposition principle. Fifth, electric lines of force. First, due to point charge, due to dipole, due to equal and like charges, and due to uniform field. Sixth, properties of electric lines of forces. Seventh, electric dipole. Eighth, electric field intensity due to a electric dipole. Ninth, torque on an electric dipole. Last, work done on an electric dipole. Electric field means if any charge particle kept at any one place and the impact of the charge at some distance says that field which experience impact of the charge is called electric field. Electric field is a region of space around a charge or a system of charges with each other. Charged particle experiences electrostatic force. Theoretically, electric field extends up to infinity, but practically it is limited to a certain distance. Electric field strength or electric field intensity or electric field. The force applying by electric field on any charged particle of unit charge is called intensity of electric field. Means the force of unit charge is called intensity of electric field. The electric field strength at a point in an electric field is the electrostatic force per unit positive charge acting on a vanishingly small positive test charge placed at the point. In figure, this is a positive plus Q charge and this is the plus Q0 testing charge. Then the direction of force applying by plus Q on Q0 remains Q2 testing charge. But if this is the minus Q charge and force applying by minus Q on the testing charge shown towards negative charge. Q is the source charge, Q0 is the testing charge, F is the force and E is the field. Then force of unit testing charge is called intensity of electric field. Then by the Coulomb's law, the force equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 upon R square. Putting this value in this equation and we get this result. The testing charge is considered to be vanishingly small because its presence should not alter the configuration of the charge S, and thus the electric field which is intended to be measured. Next, some important notes. First, since Q0 is taken positive, the direction of electric field is along the direction of electrostatic force. Second, electrostatic force on a negatively charged particle will be opposite to the direction of electric field. Electric field is a vector quantity whose magnitude and direction are uniquely determined at every point in the field. Fourth, SI unit of electric field is Newton per Coulomb. Next, electric field due to a point charge. This is the point charge plus Q and plus Q0 is a testing charge. Then the force applying by the plus Q on plus Q0 are shown by F. The position of this point P where testing charge is placed are represented by X, Y and Z. Then we know that force exerted on Q0 by Q equal to F equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q0 upon R square R cap. This is obtained by Coulomb's law. Or F vector equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q0 upon R square, and R cap means R vector upon R means R cube. Electric field intensity means the force of unit testing charge is called intensity of electric field. Then putting this value of F in this equation and we get this result, or E equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q upon R square into R cap. Now we can draw graph between intensity of electric field and distance R. We show if the value of R square increases, then the intensity will be decreases. The electric field due to a point charge has spherically symmetric. If Q greater than 0, then the field is radially outwards, and if Q less than 0, then the field is radially inwards. Next question, electric field in the terms of coordinates given by ER equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q. This is the R cube. Then R equal to xi plus yj plus zk. Then R square equal to x square plus y square plus z square 3 upon 2. And R cap means xi plus yj plus zk. So I, j, k is a unit vectors. This electric field in the terms of coordinate superposition principle. The electrostatic force experienced by a charge due to other charges is the vector sum of electrostatic force due to these other charges as if they are exciting individually. This is the charge Q, and any other charges Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, etc. are present. The force applying by Q2 on Q1, the force applying Q3 on Q1, Q4 on Q1, and force applying by Q5 on 1 means F15 show force applying by 5 on first, F12 show the force applying by 2 on 1, force applying F14 show force applying by fourth particle on the first particle, F13 is called force applying by third particle on the first. Means the force applying by Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5 on the Q1 will be F1 equal to F12 plus F13 plus F14 plus F15. Means the force applying on Q1 is F1 by the Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5. Means force on the Q1 is equal to the sum of force applying by Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5 on the Q. Now this becomes summation. Putting this value in all equations, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 becomes common, and we get summation b equal to 1 to n qa qb ra rb minus rb upon ra minus rb cube. In the present example, a equal to 1 and b equal to 2 to 5. If the force is to be found on second charge, then a equal to 2 and b equal to 1 and 3 to 5. The interaction must be on the charge which is to be studied due to other charges. The charge on which the influence due to the other charges is to be found is assumed to be floating charge and other are rigidly fixed. For example, first charge is repelled away by Q2 and Q4 and attracted towards Q3 and Q5 in the earlier example. The interaction between the other charges among themselves must be ignored, that is F23, F24, F25, F34, F35 are ignored. Superposition principle holds good for electric field also. Electric lines of forces. An electric lines of forces is an imaginary straight or curved path along which a unit positive charge is supposed to move when free to do so in an electric field. Electric lines of force do not physically exist, but they represent real situation. And lines of forces also represent direction of electric field. Next, electric lines of force due to a point charge. First figure shows that Q greater than 0 means this is the plus charge, means all lines of forces moving from the positive charge, and all lines of forces goes towards negative charges. Means if Q greater than 0, then direction of lines of forces away from the center, and if Q less than 0, then direction of lines of forces towards the center. Figure A, representation of electric field in the terms of field vectors. The size of the arrow represents the strength of electric field. B, the representation of electric field in the terms of field lines. Easy way of drawing. Next, electric lines of forces due to pairs of equal and unlike dipoles. This is the electric lines of force due to a pair of equal and unlike charges, dipole. Dipole means two opposite charges, unlike charges, are situated at some distance, like minus Q and plus Q. Then lines of forces moving from plus to minus, and we can draw one tangent at any point of this curve, show direction of intensity of electric field. Means electric lines of force contrast lengthwise to represent attraction between the two unlike charges. Third, electric lines of force due to a pair of equal and like charges. This is the lines of forces start from positive, and this is from positive and goes towards infinite. And this is the neutral field. Electric lines of force exert lateral pressure to represent repulsion between the two like charges. Electric lines of force due to a uniform field. Properties of lines of forces. First, if all electric fields moves from positive to negative charge, hence this type electric field is called uniform electric field. The electric lines of force are imaginary lines, it is considered. Second, the unit positive charge placed in the electric field tends to follow a path along the field line if it is free to do so. Third, the electric lines of force emanate from the positive charge and terminate on negative charge. Fourth, the tangent of an electric field line at any point gives the direction of the electric field at the point. The electric lines of force can never cross each other. If they do, then at the point of intersection there are two tangents. That means there are two electric fields at any one point. It means there are two values of electric field, which is not always possible. Further, electric field being a vector quantity, there can be only one resultant field at the given point represented by one tangent at the given point for the given lines of force. Sixth, electric lines of force are closer. If number of lines of forces are very close each other, then intensity of electric field is very strong. But if the lines of forces are very away from each other, then intensity of electric field is very weak. Electric lines of force are perpendicular to the surface of positively or negatively charged body, shown in figure 8. Electric lines of force contract lengthwise to represent attraction between two unlike charges. 9th, electric lines of force exert lateral pressure to represent repulsion between the two like charges. 10th, the number of lines per unit cross-sectional area perpendicular to the field lines is directly proportional to magnitude of intensity of electric field in that region. That means del N upon del A proportional to E. Electric lines of forces do not pass through the conductor. Hence, the interior of the conductor is free from the influence of electric field. This is called electrostatic shielding, and here there is no field. Last, electric lines of forces can pass through an insulator. Next question, electric dipole. Electric dipole is a pair of equal or opposite charges separated by a very small distance. An electric field produced by a dipole is known as dipole field. The electric dipole moment is a vector quantity used to measure the strength of an electric dipole. In figure, plus q and minus q charge are presented at distance 2a. Then direction of electric dipole P remains negative to positive. Then the dipole moment of any electric dipole is equal to the product of magnitude of any one charge and distance between them. The magnitude of electric dipole moment is the product of magnitude of either charge and the distance between the two charges. The direction is from negative to positive charge. The SI unit is P. The SI unit of dipole is coulomb meter. Note, an ideal dipole is the dipole in which the charge becomes larger and larger and the separation becomes smaller and smaller.
For latest videos and updates, like, share and subscribe. For instant notifications, press the bell icon.